Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Unit 2 of your Grade 9 Theory course. This unit, as I'm sure you can see by scanning the pages, we're talking about rhythms, we're talking about note lengths, note values, time signatures, everything that has to do with note durations. All right, so this is a quick little lesson covering 2 pages of your book. We're going to start by talking about measures and bar lines. It's essentially, measures and bar lines work together. The measures is where you have the actual music, okay, inside these sections here. And the bar lines are these vertical lines that separate groupings of notes, okay? So it says to make it easier to read, music is structured into measures. It can also be called bars. Bar lines divide the music into measures, and when a piece of music is complete, a double bar line is used. So notice at the end of this piece of music, we have a double bar line. We have a thick line and a skinny line. When you're writing your own double bar lines, they don't have to be a thick one and a thin one. It can just be 2 right beside each other, okay? So, real quick practice drawing some bar lines onto this staff. Again, they don't have to be perfect, but they should certainly extend from the top, from the top line right to the bottom line, and be pretty straight. Be obviously not note stems or anything like that. When you get to the end of a piece of music, when you decide it's actually done, you're going to put a double bar line. 1, 2, right beside each other. That double bar line indicates that the piece of music is over. This is the end of the section, or end of the piece, right? And that's exactly what it says here. Draw a double bar line to complete the piece of music. Easy as pie. Okay, nothing to it. All right, so that's essentially what bar lines and bars are, okay? Now, inside, between the bar lines, where we have the actual bars or measures, is where the music happens, okay? So, when music is of indefinite pitch, it can be presented on a single line rhythm staff like this. Notice how we have only one line here. Okay, the reason we have only one line is because in this musical example, we're not concerning ourselves with pitch. Up here, you can see we go from a space up to a space, to a line, down to a ledger line. Bum, 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 be-dum, bum, 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 but we got pitches, we have notes, okay? Here, we just simply have durations. Let's say you were playing a snare drum, or you were playing a cowbell, or you were playing an exercise that just needed one note. You just needed to go, here, I'll play this one right here, okay? 2, 3, 4. Okay, if I had music that I knew was all an F, all one note, like that one is, I could simply write the music on a single line staff, just like this one's written, okay? All right, so a lot of percussion music you'll see is written like that. Okay, now it says at the bottom, draw a single line rhythm staff using a ruler and draw a double bar line at the end. Right, so essentially, you've got this. Okay, now I'm doing this on an iPad, so I've got a line tool. You're going to use a ruler, of course. All right, and then at the end, you're going to put a double bar line. So 1, 2. Whoops, those are like right on top of each other. 1 and 2. So pause the video right now. Have a look at the bottom of this page, fill in the empty spots, the blanks, and we'll carry on to the next page. Pause the video right now. Off you go. All right, so we're going to carry on with whole notes, half notes, and quarter notes. Now, as I've said before, if you know about whole notes, halves, and quarter notes, and you don't have to worry about them, you can just carry on. Feel free to skip this video and just carry on your own. If you need some extra help, or you need a refresher, or you haven't done this before, that's why we're doing it, okay? So the first note value we're going to talk about is the whole note. The whole note, as you can see up here in the first gray box, it looks like a donut, no stems, no nothing, okay? It has 4 counts in commonly used time signatures. We're going to talk about time signatures in a future lesson, but essentially this time signature means we have 4 beats in a bar. Okay, the upper note is the number of beats we have in a bar. A whole note gets 4 counts, so that's why they say draw a whole note in each measure. 1 whole note per measure. So a whole note can go there, either below the line or on the line, doesn't matter. But you put 1 because one of them fills the bar, because it has 4 beats. I'm going to throw on a metronome right now and just show you what I mean. So here's a metronome going. Just FYI, it's 100 beats per minute, so a pretty medium tempo. Okay, and here's what a whole note would sound like. 2, 3, 4. So there, well, there I played 4 whole notes for you. Okay, that's what a whole note sounds like. You start playing the note, you hang on to it through 4 counts. Okay, let's hear it again. 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, etc. Okay. The half note works very similarly, except it only gets 2 beats per bar, as you can see right here, 2 counts in your basic time signatures. So that's why they say draw 2 half notes in each measure. All right, a half note, as you can see, is an empty dot. It's an empty circle and with a stem. So I'm going to do a circle with a stem, circle with a stem, and the stem should be a little longer than that, right? So fill these bars with half notes. Because they get 2 beats, they're going to go twice as fast. Have a listen. 2, 3, 4. Notice how they last 2 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So that's how half notes work. And then finally, we have quarter notes. Okay, quarter notes get 1 count each. Okay, so they go faster. They take up less time. They don't last as long, which is why you need 4 quarter notes in each of these bars. Okay, make sure it's a filled in dot, all the way through. Okay, and you're going to carry that on all the way through. Quarter notes at this speed will go exactly the same speed as the clicks you're hearing. So in 1, 2, 3, 4, you get ta, 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 1, 2, 3, 4. Every single beat gets a new articulation of the note. Okay. Now at the bottom, a few little exercises. Okay, fill in the blanks. So in other words, in 4/4 time, when you need 4 beats per bar, here, how many beats have they given you? So what note value do you need to put? You're going to put a quarter note, a half note, or a whole note in each of these spots. Each of these spots, wherever the asterisks are, right? And at the bottom, it says complete the beat tree. Essentially what a beat tree is, you have a whole note at the top. It's the longest note value. And that can get split off into 2 equal halves. A half note here, and of course another half note over here. So you're going to draw a half note in this space. And once you have that done, each half note can be further divided into 2 what? What's that note value called? Just scan up and you can see that it's called a quarter note. So you need to draw a quarter note here and a quarter note here, because these 2 quarter notes on this side join together to form the half note here, and these 2 half notes would join together to form the whole note at the top. So hopefully you can see how that's a beat tree. It's sort of an upside down tree, because here's the main trunk and it branches off, but you get the idea, okay? So that's it for that lesson. We'll take these, certainly these lines of rhythms up in class, and we'll carry on in the next lesson. Take care, see you later.